The north node or Rahu is of the mind. When your birth chart is inclined towards the north node, you find intellectualism very interesting. When your birth chart is inclined towards the south node, that is Ketu, you find intellectualism a pain in the neck. The greatest pain is to come across an intellectual man. He goes on and on and on, and he has all the knowledge of the world except the knowledge of the self. Whole life he spends in focusing on the outward, the inward direction is always ignored, and that is how such a man, such a woman struggles to find lasting happiness. Because, as Bhagavan Sri Raman Maharshi says, it is not wrong to seek happiness. What is wrong is to seek it on the outside when it is inside. But an intellectual man cannot understand this. A Rahuish man cannot realize this. The mind is not your intelligence. The mind can be intellectual, which is a very poor substitute for intelligence. Intellectuality is mechanical. It is born out of the mind, and the mind is mechanical. The moment innocence disappears, the soul of intelligence is gone. It is a corpse. It is better to call it simply intellect. It can make you great intellectual, but it will not transform your life, and it will not make you open to the mysteries of existence. Exalted Ketu is better than exalted Rahu, and that is purely my own personal statement. Very few could truly relate to it. Only those who follow their heart can understand my statement. Rahu is the head, and the head cannot go beyond a certain limit. It can calculate, but it cannot go beyond the calculations. The heart can go. It is only the heart that can go beyond the calculations, and that is why certain deeper aspects of this human life can be understood by the heart and not the head or the mind. Let me put it in this way. Exalted Ketu will help you to kill desires, while exalted Rahu will make you more desirous. When there are more desires, there is more willpower to run, to chase, to achieve. And that is why an exalted Rahu brings material success, but not necessarily happiness, bliss, and peace to the soul. Exalted Ketu is the exact opposite. It reminds me of the famous verse of Jesus. Jesus says, "A man who tries to save much will only lose, and a man who is willing to lose will only save." That's Ketu. That's how the nature of Ketu is. Exalted Ketu brings a certain wisdom to the native. He is willing to sacrifice. He is willing to let go. He is least interested in taking any revenge. He simply leaves the matter in the hands of God. He has totally surrendered to the will of God. Only a Ketuish man or woman can truly relate and follow me. Rahu exalts in airy signs because it is a perfect setup for Rahu, and airy signs are intellectual by nature. Rahu is also intellectual by nature. They both belong to the head. These airy signs provide all the source for Rahu to empower its intellectualism. So basically, you see many scientists, pundits, scholars having Rahu in the airy signs. And in contrast, many great yogis, saints, beautiful souls, meditative souls have an exalted Ketu in watery signs. Ketu is home in Scorpio. Ketu is emotionally detached, meditative in Cancer, and Ketu is exalted in Pisces, the 12th sign, the sign of liberation, the sign of moksha, the sign that is close to my heart.